Ladies and gentlemen, another live stream here on WTF Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. My name is Arlo de Winter and I'm here with my co host WTF. Wow, just wow. In the last 24 hours, and I think it's still ongoing, a lot has happened. All these other vloggers are coming out with live streams, with shorts, with vlogs about us, about the content of this show here. They talk about us, and it's almost a little bit like RRR again. And I know I mentioned that a couple of days ago, but isn't it just like that? That it is something that reminds you guys of the good old RRR days where we had shows on a Saturday evening, and the next week you could just tell that all of them are going to talk about our live stream. And that's why I say it might be just like that again. Because since we, WTF and I, are doing these live streams, we became the number one topic, not just only on these other live streams, but I also checked out their chats, their live chats. And what I see there is Alo, WTF, WTF, and Alo, and their live stream, and their hate channel, and so on and so forth. And they even put that in the description of their live streams and even in the title of their vlogs. And I think that is good. I think that is positive. I think that is very entertaining. And they are still trying to fucking bash us. Okay, let's do one by one here. First of all, I want to say thanks to the guys who are in the chat, because today we are going to talk about a few of these live streams. Let's start with, I'd say, Bama first, because that's the shortest part of it. Bama is very emboldened right now, right, ladies and gentlemen, as if he is not in big trouble himself, or as if he doesn't have enough on his plate yet. Because I have seen all these live streams and videos that came out, also the Bama shorts, where he is challenging us again. Well, we saw what happened on TGIF. This is not a guy who is going to challenge anyone, at least not in real life. Tough behind the screen, but in big trouble himself. I was just wondering, Bama, why do you wanna look for more trouble, especially with my co-host here? And my co-host, I am not, or there's no need to defend him, but what I find funny is the fact that a 3 years old video is now being circulated through YouTube. And the video that all of us have seen by now is the video where a guy appears on the screen, obviously not aware that the cam is open. And that video first appeared 3 years ago on the channel called Fallen Angel. And some of you guys might still remember that channel because there was a, how should I say, an attack channel. The channel's mission was to go after the RRR crew and its associates. And I was actually surprised because yesterday I talked with my co-host WTF here, and I asked him how come that the Fallen Angel channel has been targeting you. And then he told me that he had uh, several encounters with the owner of that Fallen Angel channel. So the question is, who is the owner of that channel, Fallen Angel, who attacked not only us but also others, including Chris in Cebu, years ago? Because on that channel, as you guys might remember, it was a channel that attacked also Chris's family. And it was Popeye and me. When we saw that video, we took it down right away. We reported it, and YouTube reacted, thankfully, and then took it down. And we always wondered who was it. And we had, several people in mind. Later on, we will find out that it was Jay, the not so real deal guy, the guy who is, how should I say, who doesn't support his kids in Australia and in the Philippines. You know, the drunkard, the guy who doesn't go home when his father was about to die. That Jay, and a big name in the community. Funny thing is that he has nothing to do with the drama right now as far as WTF is concerned, I believe. But I was surprised that you, WTF, and him had several encounters, and you told me that happened on the Go Go Bobo channel. So that
Mm-hmm.
explains why he did that video. Now,
Mm-hmm.
let's dissect that a little bit because another guy, the Bantayan Titan, has used that video as well. Very, very proud as if he found out something that has been known for so
That's
long in this
correct.
community for 3 years. It's old news. Ladies and gentlemen, please keep in mind that if you believe that is WTF, then there are only two options. Option one, you think it's him, but then you have to ask yourself, what now? How is that going to affect WTF? This has been out for 3 years. Did it change anything? Did it make WTF go away? Did it change the way how he behaves on these live streams here that are up since like 2 or 3 weeks? Did it change anything? Or is it rather irrelevant? And number two, you think it's not him. And then the problem is solved anyway. No issue. So what's it going to be? Option one or option two? Keep in mind the info that you claim to be credible, where you are so fucking proud that you think you
Yep.
found that info comes from the same guys or the same idiots rather who thought that I am that Indian dude behind the channel Raw Facts Philippines, and the evidence, ladies and gentlemen, was based on a quartz watch. Let's just wait a second here and think about that. What evidence was it again? They thought that Al de Winter is the raw facts guy based on evidence, quote unquote, here from Heminger and all these other
Yep.
guys over on Discord, on their little Discord group. They thought that this Aloe the Winter guy, that must be this guy from Raw Facts. And why? Because they thought, look at Aloe's watch and then look at the other guy's watch. I don't know how they came up with this. Is it because that dude wears a watch and I also wear a watch? But how many people do wear watches? A lot of people wear watches. Or they thought maybe it's the same watch, which is, if you're not a complete fucking moron, very obvious that it is not. And if you look at the tone of the skin color, uh, I don't think so. And if you take that into account, then you might come to following conclusion. You might think that this is just another absurd fucking theory. Now, the theory here might also be on their side that if Alo tries to defend WTF so much, then there must be some truth to it. They are panicking, really. You must live in a fucking fantasy world. Now, let me tell you a little bit something about the long form theory that happened to me too. Um, they claimed that, and Frank was one of these guys, by the way, and Bama as well. They claimed that it must be WTF because that video Bama put out was long formed. So, what does that mean? Long form means that you have to give YouTube some info about your identity. And therefore, uh, there are only a small circle of people who have an interest to long form that video. So they concluded it must be WTF because he wants to take that video down. He is upset about it. He knows it's him. This is why he wants to make the video go away. So he long formed it. Now, Bama, if you hear this, and I know you are out there and you will catch the podcast of this, you wanna publish the reply of YouTube and you want to publish the address that is in there in that long form because you have to enter that somewhere and you will be informed. Why do I know this? Because Eric, Baguio Life, and others have also
Mm-hmm.
long formed some of my stuff, and it would say in the email that YouTube will send you, it will say this and that person has put in a privacy complaint. So they think that the only person who could have a real interest in taking down the WTF exposure clip is WTF himself. The guy who is on there, ladies and gentlemen, is a guy they called King New Jersey. That is a
Yeah.
guy who was logging out of New Jersey and who was on the Go Go Bobo show before WTF here came on the show. And he probably didn't even get on the show because Go Go Bobo did not let him get on the show. He was backstage. So what they then thought is, in their fucking anger, they thought, now we got him. Now we got him. Now we catched him. Now we have WTF. Well, look, these are the same guys who thought when they came over to my FB account when I had the picture, the picture of Andrew Martinez on there, they were dancing, and I was told so by people who were connected to them. They were dancing and yelling and say, "We got Alo now." That is him. They did not realize that I also put up a video or a picture rather with Andrew Martinez and Will Smith. And they did not see through it. They did not realize that this is just bait. And we could go on and on and on with the addresses that we put out, with the fake FB accounts that we put out. Heck, we got Bobsy here. Bobsy in the channel or in the live chat right now. They reached out to Bobsy and thought that the guy in the video All of the Winter exposed is me. Everybody was going like, it's him, it's him, it's him. And then we came out and said, no, no, no. That is Big Boy Chang, a vlogger from Manila who usually vlogs about his sneaker collection. And if we would not have been able to present them that evidence, they would have thought Alo is just denying it. That is Alo. Listen to his voice. It fits exactly that face. That is Alo. Hello,
Oh no,
everybody.
no.
See where we are going with this? And the only thing is that we cannot prove or tell them, look, this is the guy from New Jersey. That's his real name. So they stick to it. You must ask yourself, why stick to that dude? There's nothing wrong with that dude. To be honest, when I saw that, is that WTF? He told me it's not. He presented me the evidence why it's not him. It's the age doesn't match, for instance, because the dude there is not in the age category like WTF here. And then if you look at the equipment he uses, it's also not the same, because I speak and talk to WTF in the background. And I know, ladies and gentlemen, you're not going to believe me because I am addressing this situation. So I must, in your little world, I must be trying to defend him. It didn't even, it's impossible to even think of any other option, just as it was impossible to think that I am not that Indian guy and I do not live at the Bahnhofstrasse in Zurich, and I am not that guy whose reflection you saw in Melbourne. It is desperate what you guys are doing. It is just fucking desperate, and you are trying to put things together that you don't even have an idea of, and it's just all fabricated BS. Bring it on, up your game, make sure that you get better at this, because you guys are just fucking lame. We are here for the entertainment and for the drama, but if that is all you got, I am the one who's going to tell you I'm getting bored with your shit. Come out with something real, come out with something clever, come out with the fucking nuke that you were talking about. Now, let me get to the next topic here. Speaking of nukes, there's this other guy, this wannabe G.I. Joe with his own channel, who walks around Manila, who thinks he's some sort of a big shot, and had so many girls on his channel, who is proud of it, ladies and gentlemen. Every single one of these girls is desperate, or a fucking bitch, or a fucking prostitute. And that's the job that they do. It's not an insult, it's prostitution. That's what you see on there. That's prostitution. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it, G.I. Joe? This is a guy who has been fucking destroyed. And Now, WTF, I would like you to post the link at least several times over
Okay.
the course of this show. Please go over to probably one of the best vlogs that I have ever seen on YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, I mean that I cannot describe how amazed, how entertained, how ecstatic I was when I saw that fucking vlog. And I'm not kidding, ladies and gentlemen. I think that is probably right up there with the top three super vlogs in this community. I have not seen anything like that. Go over to Alu Manotti's channel. Thank God the guy came out of retirement, at least for now. When he put out that fucking video, I watched it from start to end, and then I watched it again a couple of times. I skipped through it. I was laughing. I was entertained. I sent it out to everyone I know on FB and Discord and YouTube, and I was very, very amazed because the editing is great. And the reason why I like it so much is because for a non military guy, all these terms, all these codes are kind of confusing. And I think a lot of our viewers or a lot of our listeners out there might feel the same way about it. That's the reason why sometimes people just say, okay, fuck it. I don't want nothing to do with this because it's too complicated. I'm not going to look up all these fucking military codes. Fuck that. And that includes me because when things get complicated, I don't like that. I don't like thinking too much about all that shit on YouTube because it doesn't really bother me. I do this for entertainment reasons. So why Google all that shit? But then Alumanotti appeared, put out the video, explained every single one of these relevant codes, and you will walk away from that, and there is nothing else you could conclude other than G.I. Joe was kicked out of the military. Equals to the guy's a loser. That's all there is to know about it. If you are a fanboy or not, that doesn't matter. Go there, watch it, enough said. Alumanotti came out with a fucking nuke vlog about G.I. Joe and he fucking destroyed him. Fucking murdered him on YouTube. This is probably the first time ever that I witnessed a fucking virtual slaughterhouse slash murder on YouTube. It is that
Right.
good, ladies and gentlemen. It is fantastic, and you have to watch it. And what really puzzles me is the fact that that fucking video didn't get 100,000 views yet by now. Because again, watch it, write it down, Google, double check, conclusion, guilty, meaning G.I. Joe was kicked out, is a loser, failed again, just as he failed with all of his other things as a husband, as a father, as a brother, as a son. And same is true with when he was working in the insurance industry, failed again. And as a YouTuber, his last career, I would say, he failed too. Was monetized a couple of weeks ago, was very proud about it, and then he had his channel taken down. And now he is facing charges in the Philippines, and it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Is that really the type of person you want to hang out with and idolize and cheer on a guy who associates with other bombs? Because that's exactly what he is a drunkard, is a loser, and there's nothing to be proud of to associate with a guy like that. He's making threats against us. He's continuing to make threats against us. And I think he won't stop until the authorities will do
Mm-hmm.
something. He actually even talked about leaving the Philippines soon because he wants to make it look as if he choose to leave. I think he's getting nervous. I think he is about to lose his fucking mind because he's getting more erratic, more agitated day by day. Because before, it was more like, oh, I'm not going to talk about these guys anymore. They're absolutely irrelevant. Now, every single fucking show is about us, about this channel here. That's
Yes.
my speech for Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for tuning in. WTF, it's your stage.
Okay, we got someone. Uh, let me check here. I want to bring out a little pointer to Bama, Mister Skullface fucker over there, and you amaze me. You're trying to distort or defray attention on yourself by claiming that you caught me, that you got me. I want to know something though. In the last 6 years, I've heard that so many times, just like Aloe said, and still, you guys have not gotten shit. And I also want to say to you, Bama, okay, trying to deflect attention off of what's going on with you. Not only do you got that charge, but you've got so much stuff that you just have no idea that's going to slap you in the face when you walk into court that day. You just have no idea. And you messing with little girls in a cafe, you for some reason with that crazy brain of yours think that's okay and that's not a big deal, but you're concentrating on a video that's supposedly me. What kind of mindset is that? I mean, what kind of person messes with children in a cafe? And then you're shown with your hand going down between the girl's legs. To me, that's a pedophile. That's a child predator. And you're a piece of shit. You need to be taking care of shit in your own house before you're sitting there laughing on a show saying that you got me, motherfucker. Because until you've got more evidence than that, you can take that and shove it up your bunghole. Hey, Pi Pi, how you doing?
Well, I'm doing just fine tonight. And I just want to say I was on Illuminati's channel and I viewed the video.
Yes.
Okay? And here's what was really funny about it. He said that he was going to take our videos, what we said here, and go to the VFW. Oh,
I knew you were going to say that.
well, dude, I'm in the American Legion. I'm not in the VFW. Everybody says I go to the VFW to play bingo, and that's the only time I crawl out of my fucking basement. But I'm in the American Legion. But let me tell you, the state, there's nothing the VFW can do. He walks into a VFW and says, look what they're saying. Especially if he does it in Philippines, they're all going to take a sip of their San Miguel and laugh like a motherfucker at him and tell him to get the fuck out. All right? And I dare him to bring that DD-214 into a VFW. They'll escort him out the fucking door. All right? I mean, the American Legion will let anybody in. I mean, even if you breathed on a veteran, you can come into the American Legion. Okay? They're not as exclusive as they used to be. Right? But that's the state of America today. And I'm not saying that as an insult on any of these organizations. Don't get me wrong. Okay? But he will get laughed out of the VFW, American Legion, the DAV. They'll just laugh. Okay? So, but I've gathered a lot of his videos and I've archived them. And I'm seriously thinking on contacting the VA and reporting him.
You and two other people, Papa.
And not as a criminal, but as somebody who needs assistance and should be picked up and put in a square cell that's all nice and white and padded. Okay.
In other words, 5150.
Correct.
Yep.
And I'll go old school Section 8 because I really think he's off
Yep.
his fucking rocker. I really do. I think he's off his fucking rocker. And just the anger in his voice and the way his eyes bulge out. I was watching him tonight.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I know you two, I know you two were watching. Okay?
Oh fuck. Oh fuck.
And I was just fucking losing it. And I said, this guy really needs fucking help. Okay. He needs help. He really does. And he's really not anything that he professes to be. Okay. I looked at his DD 214 that he showed, and I mean, I respect everybody that serves.
Mm-hmm.
If you serve, you have my respect. I don't care if you were a cook. I don't care if you were a bosun mate and you handed out paint and steel brushes all day. You fucking served. You're part of the fucking team. That's what he doesn't understand. And that's why he was more than likely kicked out of the military, because you have to be a team player. You have to know how to take orders. You have to know how to follow orders. You have to know how to pay attention to detail. Okay? And if you can't do any of that, you become a malcontent, you become a problem in the military.
Mm-hmm.
And these days, they need people that are smarter. They don't need people that come from criminal backgrounds anymore. That was like back in the 60s and 50s, 70s, you know. They need people that at least have a high school education. Right? You're not getting in if you don't have a GED or a high school diploma. Right? I mean, and the pay is not great, but I got well compensated all the different countries I got to go to. I mean, I've been all over Europe, been all over Southeast Asia, from Hong Kong to Japan to Philippines. I lived in Iceland. I lived in Vieques, Puerto Rico. Right? I lived in Philippines twice. I've done a ton of fucking sea duty. And I just did my fucking job. I was not fucking Audie Murphy, okay? Popeye's getting nostalgic again. Oh, sometimes being a little nostalgic can get a point across, right?
Exactly.
And this guy, to me, he's very disturbed.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, especially when you come back, and I didn't hear did anybody here ever say anything about stolen valor?
That was me, basically me and Alu talking, and he came up in the chat later and he kind of agreed because he was claiming, yeah, if you notice that card that he had last night when he was drunk, he doesn't realize that's to get into the VA. And he said that was his retirement card.
No, it's a VA card. Any fucking dipshit with 10% disability or above can get one.
Right. And I don't understand that is one of the requirements. They'll send you to a base close or whatever, and they give it to you. That's where I got mine. But the thing is, he's pushing that off as that is his retirement, and he's
No, that's
making.
not a retirement card. I got one just like that, and I have a
So do I.
retirement card also that
Mhm.
practically looks like active duty. That
Yes.
'cause they don't give you pink ones anymore.
Yeah.
When back in the day, they used to give you if you were retired, you had a pink ID.
Hmm.
Oh, somebody got very sensitive and said, pink is not a really good color. Let's get that changed. So they changed it more to a bluish green. All right.
Yeah.
And you have to have 20 years in.
Right.
And
I would like to ask the both of you. Maybe we start with Popeye first here. When you
Hmm.
saw that video of Alu Manotti, and there will be a second one soon coming out on Alu Manotti's channel,
Hmm.
what went through your head?
um, what went through my head is that this guy's a consummate liar. I mean, because I saw all the codes in the RE code. I mean, I would have never showed that if those codes were on my DD214. Right? This would have never showed that if they were on my DD214. At the bottom of my DD214, it clearly states RE1, TAC 1. Right? That means eligible for reenlistment. Right? That code, if you don't have that code at the bottom of your fucking DD214, whether you serve 4 years or 20 years, when you get out and you apply for a job, one of the first things they will say, do you have a DD214? And you say, yes, I do, sir. May I see it? They don't even look at what ribbons or medals you receive. They don't look at what fucking places you've been. They don't give a fuck about what rank you obtained. They go right to the bottom of that DD214 and read that code. And that code's going to let them know if you were going to get the job or not, if you impress the interview, right? And I really feel bad for this guy because I heard you
Hmm.
say it and I listened to him what he had to say, and I can honestly say the guy is fucking delusional. The guy is delusional. I
Yeah,
mean,
I agree. Yeah.
I mean, dude, it would be abuse if I did a Popeye short on him. Okay.
Right. Well, no, you're correct. You're 100%. And after you made that statement the other day about the standard to uphold as being in the armed forces, I completely agree with you on that. After seeing this guy continuing to rant, it seems his mental condition is getting extremely worse. And it's only obvious as you watch his videos. He tilts his head, his eyes bulge out. He's got this evil little voice that he thinks is evil. The guy needs to be in a padded cell with a vest, a jacket on.
I mean,
Not to
the
say that we're
day,
wanting to go against him evilly, but to
yeah,
protect other people.
the day that I'm afraid of a VFW post
Yeah.
is the day I turn my man card in. I mean, really, once you show this to the VFW, oh my God, I'm shaking in my boots, All right. And when he sat there and he said he was going to destroy your military record,
Yeah.
dude, you can't get anywhere near anybody's military record.
Pennsylvania.
The only way you're going to get anybody's military record is if you're a family member.
That's right.
Plain and simple. And you have to prove you're a family member. It's not something, it's not, it's just not something he can do. And, you know, I, it's the guy's just fucking delusional, man.
Can I say really quick to add to what you're saying? I am a lifetime member of the VFW, and that was just something at the time. The girlfriend I was with, the parents, the her dad was a commander, and so you know how that loop. I got caught into that. I didn't know about it when I first seen it. Bunch of guys behind a bar ringing a bell. Everybody had to. There's a bunch of old timers, you know. They're basically in pool tables, but I got a lifetime membership paid. And I will tell you one thing, and Popeye is correct. If he thinks that he's going to have some authority here in the Philippines and come in, let alone America, but we're talking overseas, and say that guys are destroying his military record and talking bad. So we'll. I mean, he's mentioning the VFW like the VFW is gonna go after us. Do you realize what the VFW is? It's Veterans of Foreign Wars. You have to show a DD 214 with the correct overseas campaign medals in order to qualify. They don't just take you walking in. Oh, hey, I served. You have to be verified. And then they don't even let you know for like 30 days. Okay.
Yeah,
So I don't know. Go ahead.
exactly. So,
Yeah.
I mean, the VFW has no authority. That's all I'm saying.
That's what I was trying to say. Yeah.
Right. And where he thinks they do, I
Mhm.
mean, I mean that's a real big break with reality,
Yeah.
right? And I kind of feel bad for the guy. I mean, I'm not sticking up for him, all right, but
No, it's fine. Just speak the truth.
you know,
He
yeah,
nailed it.
and DNC is correct. VFW isn't
Yeah.
going after anyone. They may be going after a beer run. Fuck yeah, I'll see you on the beer run.
Yep.
No fucking problem.
Yep. That's right.
I would like I would like to ask another question here, and I'm not at liberty to give you the name of the person, at least not
Sure.
here publicly. I had a discussion with, and that person, when I sent out the Aluminotti video, that person's reaction was totally different from the ones that you guys just mentioned. And I'm going to give you a short overview here.
Sure.
This person said, "This is all wrong. Yes, he got kicked out, and it was an honorable discharge, but it's still a veteran who served his country and should not be paraded as stolen valor.
Hmm.
It's not right, whether you like him or not. It's a veteran code not to do this. I have no
Hmm.
respect for any veterans who will do this to its own." And then I said, and I replied to that, hang on a second. He was the one who said it to the other vets. And I included to Popeye, to Eric, to WTF. And he was the one who said they were the ones who were dishonorably discharged and they didn't make it through training. And then he replied, those are just words. He didn't parade their service records to everyone. And then I said, he used his own. And then the person replied, yes, it's wrong that he showed his DD 214. Then I said, but he misrepresented himself. And then the person replies to me, and that should have been the end of that. Sorry, I don't think that was right. He may have embellished his time in, and that's all. But there was no stolen valor at all on his part. And then I said, I understand, but I think nobody here started to bash him. Nobody here started to bash his military record before yesterday because I do not know about all these codes and terms. And then it would go on. I know, but it's not right. As a veteran, I am embarrassed for and then he names a few people, including uh, 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 the guys that I usually associate with on this channel, on other channel. He is a veteran. To parade another veteran like that, no matter how much they hate another veteran, our service to this country, referring to the US, our service to this country means a lot to us, and it should not be paraded. And that's where I came in and really assured the person that I was talking to. I absolutely respect that, because I think it's like this in every country. But this is not the point I tried to argue with this person. From what I can see here is that a person, in this case G.I. Joe, he was the one who paraded this. He was the one who brought the military issue into this. He was the one who attacked you guys' military record over and over and over again. So I find it kind of hard for me to understand where this person is coming from. I would like to know from the two of you, and maybe some of the guys who were in the military in the chat, do I miss something here? Is this person I talked to basically saying, even if he, G.I. Joe, bashes all of you, including your military records, there is some sort of a unwritten code of honor where you just let him do whatever he wants and you don't ever address it because that goes against the military code? But isn't it that he himself, G.I. Joe, disrespected and uh, broke that code himself? How do you react to that? Because I believe there are people out there, and I saw this comment also over on other channels. They basically say, you guys, including myself, but of course that is even more important, even more true in the case of you, Popeye, and WTF, and others, Eric, and those guys who actually served in the US military. That's even more true for those guys. You guys should never, ever use any military records of any guy whatsoever to bash him. It's basically a no-go. What do you say to that? And am I missing something here? Because that's the vibe that I get when I read this, when I discussed with that person. Because I always told him, look, but he started it first. He paraded his own military records. He brought military
Test.
into this,
Okay.
and so on and so forth. Please.
Sorry, my mic, the internet clicked and I lost. Go ahead, keep talking, Ella. Sorry.
Yeah,
So
my question. Yeah, if you Popeye heard what I just said, and the
yeah, I
guys in the
heard
chat,
everything you said.
please reply to that.
Look, it sounds like this guy is trying to get you to shut up. Okay. And yeah, I mean, it's not something you should do, is parade somebody's military record. Okay. But as far as I'm concerned, the guy paraded his own military record, number one. Number two, I didn't start this shit. I wasn't even on fucking YouTube while he was out there calling me Petty Officer Popeye and how I was discharged dishonorably. Right? And so the no go also goes for him. Also, I mean, this guy doesn't know me from Adam. Okay, FSV. I mean, dude, I got video of him on Nico's show saying that, oh man, Popeye is legendary. Right? Now, the only thing I'm parading here for the past 2 nights was this guy is mentally ill. This guy needs fucking help. I'm not talking about where he served, how he served, whether he's in combat or not. I don't give a shit about any of that. And if you all just fucking heard me, anybody who serves, whatever they fucking did, it doesn't matter. Okay? Yeah, the codes do read honorable. Okay? But it's also an admin discharge. It's not good. Right? You're not getting back in. Period. I didn't ask him to fucking show his DD-214. Anybody here hear me ask him to show his DD-214? Fuck no.
Nope. Nope.
I didn't even know this guy was fucking talking about me. This guy was parading me. I have not paraded him. But I do believe you should not parade somebody's service jacket. Right? But I believe after everything you said, Aloe, this guy has a soft spot for FSB. I mean, you're not going to give his name up, so I can't tell you yay or nay. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I feel about it. I mean, I have every right to defend myself. And I have every right to help a fellow veteran. And that's why I sit here today and I say, there is something wrong with this guy. He's not right in the fucking head. He needs help. And if any of you can't see that, so sad, too bad. Sorry you can't see it, but I see it.
If I may say something real quick, it tags on what you said, Puppy.
It's your channel. Go for it.
Well, no, I am still respectful to. I don't like.
I know you are, bro. Go for it. Go for it.
Yeah. I completely agree. And there may have been some stuff out of anger that I may have said, and I'm a man, and I'll own it. If it came out in a direction to disrespect his service in general, that was not the intent. What it was is basically him laying everything out there and then pushing at us for no reason that he's this, that, and all of us are all private, this, that. And I think everybody got rolled up in the moment. But I completely agree, Popeye. The guy needs to seek medical help. Now, and I agree. If it was my buddy next to me that I served with later, one of our reunions over at Fort Bragg, and I seen he was having a medical problem, regardless if I was a friend or not, I would try to help him. But this guy looks way far above that. He's got too much anger.
This guy who said what he said is correct. Now, when you say stolen valor, okay, anybody uses that term. Let me break that down a little bit for you. Stolen valor is very simple. If you portray that you're a certain rank, but you're not, that's stolen valor. If you portray you have certain medals, if you come out and outrageously say, I have a CMA, Congressional Medal of Honor, okay? There's only so many of those in the world, okay? That's fucking stolen valor. All right? Veterans get a little fucking nervous when you start slinging that term, stolen valor. Okay? Now, what I would like to ask Aloe is, did this guy, you like that, huh?
Fucking Congressional Medal of Honor.
Just go with green.
That's right. Just go all the way, man. It's just like you don't stop at the Purple Heart. You just go all the way.
No, it's like hey, it's just like General Patton. You know, he did the same thing, and he got in trouble for doing a lot of things, but in the end, he.
Now let me ask you.
You show up at the fucking local bar wearing that Congressional. You know, at the pool table, you wear the fucking Congressional Medal of Honor. It's just.
Now, let me ask you, Aloe, did this guy convey the same message to Ricky Drama?
That's this guy actually, and I consider him a friend. has been attacked by him, and
Mm-hmm.
I I just have a hard time to fully understand it because there are so many flaws in that logic. And out of respect, I wanted to know what others think of it because obviously there are now two groups. One group says it's absolutely okay to do what we are doing right now, calling him
Mm-hmm.
out. And I belong to that group. My personal opinion is to also put that out there is there are no limits actually. There's no code for me. I don't see myself.
You're a civilian. There should be no code.
There's no fucking code. If he
There's no
puts it out there, fair
time.
game. Go after him as hard as you fucking can. No
Mm-hmm.
limits. But
Well,
I uh, I wondered because I tried to understand it. It's not that I agree with it because I 100% do not agree with it. I just wanted to ask questions. Why is it that our guys, referring to the guys here on the panel and on our side, why is it that our guys have to show restraint when he brings the fucking war to us and
Exactly.
uses this and says it's basically a Chino situation? Let's call it the Chino situation. Chino comes in, pisses and shits on us on Big Kev's show, and then cries foul when we call him the N-word. He provoked that situation. Same
Mm-hmm.
here. G.I. Joe comes in. You guys need to bow down. I'm the big shot. This is my military record. This is my military ID. You guys are fucking losers. Didn't make it in the military. Everybody is just a fucking private, a loser, and so on and so forth. Isn't it that it would be then fair game to attack that military record that he is so proud of and say, wait a second, there are dudes around here who actually can translate what these records mean. And these records mean you have been kicked out. And why is that? Is that the truth? If you want to know, go over to Alamanotti's channel, check out his last vlog, and you will know everything you need to know. For me, from where I stand, is absolutely fair game. And if he says he wants to nuke us to the ground, I think he just got nuked yesterday evening over on Alamanotti's channel. That's the reality here. And he is pissed about it because he knows it's true. He's pissed about it because he knows that there are guys out there who do not admire him, who do not bow down, who don't think he is a big shot, and who are not afraid of him. And that number of people is growing. That's it. That's all there is. He's pissed because
well,
if
I
you
really
had confidence, you would just say, I don't fucking care if you doubt my professional records, military records, or whatever. I just laugh about it because that's just YouTube shit. It comes with the territory. You are under scrutiny
Right.
when you come on here. That's just part of the game. If you can't handle that, if you can't even handle fucking YouTube, doesn't make me ask twice why is he so fucking thin-skinned and why did the military not like him to stay on? Because I was just told, and the guy is also here in the chat right now, I was just told that G.I. Joe being in the military for over 6 years and only coming out as a E4, whatever that means, is equal to being a fucking loser. Because that rank, that guy told me he got it after less than 3 years, after 2.5 years. So what did Mr. G.I. Joe actually really accomplish and do in the military that he is so proud of? As I see it, from the point or from the angle I see it, I would say he is the guy who needs to be called out because it makes everybody else who actually had a career in the military look bad. It makes people think when this guy goes around and shows his ID and associates with the military, then people might think, especially overseas, why is it that all these ex-military guys are all cuckoo, are all fucking nut jobs? It makes you guys look bad. That's the reality here. So the first line of defense then would be that other military guys call him out for that. That would be my take on it. I don't agree with my friend's view that there is some sort of a code and everybody can shit on everyone, but you are not supposed to say something. I think
Let
that's
me give you a little more
wrong.
insight, Aloe. Uh, First of all, an E4, uh, that's a that's a pay grade.
Right.
In all four branches,
Hmm.
you have E1 to E9,
Yeah.
right? And an E4, when you make E4, that means you are a baby NCO, okay?
Right.
Freshly minted NCO, non-commissioned officer.
Either a specialist or a corporal in the army. So,
And shout out to the Marine Barracks in Subic Bay, hoorah!
yeah.
And so when you are in the military and you're making rank, like for example, uh, I walked out of boot camp, seaman recruit. Walked out of A school, a seaman apprentice. That's E2.
Hmm.
Got to my shit. Oh, and dude, it was real easy to make seaman apprentice. All I had to do was put in a request chit. Okay. Then I put in a request chit to make E3, took the exam, made E3. Right. And each rank you have to rate, you have a TIR, time in your rank. Right.
Uh-huh.
And at my time period, from E1 to E2, it was 6 months.
Yeah.
From E2 to E3, it was 6 months. From E3 to E4, it was a little less than 9 months. Okay. And from E4 to E5, it was a year. Okay. Now, you can only spend so much time in the service at a certain rank. Like if you're an E5 and you got you got 15 years in,
Yeah.
okay, they're not going to let you do 20. They're going to say, sorry, you have to leave. Okay. You have to make rank in order to stay. If you don't make rank, you're not sticking around. An E4 can only spend so many years in the military, 6 tops. E5 can only spend 10 years in the military, tops. E6 can spend anywhere from 20 to 24 years in the military. Okay. E7 can spend 28 tops. E8, E9 can do 30. E9 can do 40. All right. That's how that all works. Now, this guy here, I got the feeling he wants all this talk to stop. He finds it embarrassing. Right?
Hmm.
And I wish I could have heard the way he worded it. And I would be able to give you a better answer, Alan.
Follow up question: do you think that the military career in general in every country is often very intense? It's a high stress environment, and it's a
Hmm.
certain type of people absorbed into the military service, and that includes, of course, the U.S. military as well. And you live by it, you breathe it, you are absolutely absorbed in that world, and when that organization that you work for, trained for, live for, when that organization tells you, we do not want you anymore, is that something that does something to you? Can that be a cause that it basically takes away part of your identity, part of your purpose, and then you fall into a dark hole and you start changing. You have falling outs with people around you. You become very confrontational. Could this be, and of course we are speculating here, but could this be one of the reasons why this guy is acting the way he does and why he is always trying to bring up the military, a bigger purpose, why he goes out and heckles people, talks about conspiracy theories, talks about the American government is after me. I was the guy who brought down the Clintons. There is some sort of a conspiracy theory, conspiracy going on that the U.S. government is trying to silence me, and so on and so forth. Because if one thing is for sure, it's the fact that he is not joking about that when he said that the government is trying to come after him. So,
Right.
is there a link between that? I lost my purpose. Now I'm on YouTube. Now I am trying to basically reinvent myself. And
So you just said it perfectly. I mean, how many times have you told me that these guys come on fucking YouTube to reinvent themselves? How many times have you told me that, Alan?
I would say a lot of times, because you
Mm-hmm.
look, as somebody who just looks in from the outside, it seems to me that there is a link between the military and their behavior online, and he is basically the poster boy of that group of people, because obviously it's something that he deeply cares about, and obviously it is something that he gets very riled up about. I could not come to any other conclusion than to think that the military service is something that he is very touchy about, understandably, but in the same time he doesn't respect that code of honor himself. And I think that it's a bit like I do something to others, but when they do it to me, if they give me a dose of my own medicine, I cry foul. And that again points to some sort of a mental issue here, victimhood. I can't say what I want to say on YouTube. The government is behind all these moves against me. They want to silence me. It's a constant state of paranoia coupled with emotional outbreaks and threats. So, this is a lot of speculation, but the more I know, the more I hear, the more I see about this guy, the more I believe that what I just said might be not wrong or far from the truth. What do you guys think here and on the chat?
It's not far from the truth. To, to be
Yeah.
quite honest with you, the guy is what I call a dictum. All right, comes
Yes.
out, acts like a dick, and then turns around when you call him out and cries like a victim. Dictum. Okay, plain and simple. And hey, I've never paraded the guy's record. I don't know what's in his record.
Yeah.
Just uh, simple as that. But the guy has paraded a false record of me.
Mhm.
The guy has defamed me. The guy has turned around and said that he was going to take all three of us for liable.
Yeah.
Okay, dude, let me tell you something. When you come on fucking YouTube right now, everything I say on this fucking channel is for public consumption. Period.
Yeah.
All right. Everything he says on YouTube is for public consumption. So he has just made himself a public figure. If you sit down with any lawyer, even a first year law student, will tell you how hard it is to prove liable. And I'll give you a prime example. There is a court case going on in America right now between Johnny Depp and the girl that shit the bed. Okay?
Amber Heard.
I've been listening to all the legal eagles on the news. And
I know.
And they talk about the points, counterpoints of the case. And they believe that both of them will not get a dime. The one who's defendant is also countersuing, and they believe the jury will not find for any of them. Okay, a lot of the legal eagles are saying that. So if you come up here and you say, fucking Aloe is a cunt sucking, cock sucking motherfucker, and you swear everything in the book, and then Aloe says, oh, you little bitch, I'm going to take you to court, and here we go to court. And the first thing they're going to say is, prove to me where it caused you to A, lose money, B, lose respect in the community. Now, I'm talking American court, Aloe, not Philippines, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right? And you're going to get laughed out of court. No lawyer's going to take it, okay? And see, here we go again, same fucking theme.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, who threatened to sue me? JW threatened to sue me.
That's correct. Yeah.
Fucking Donut Boy threatened to sue me. Okay, fucking Jerry the Fairy threatened to fucking sue me. I mean, there's a long and dubious list of assholes. Oh yeah, fucking Battagula threatened to fucking sue me. Okay, there is a long list, long and fucking dubious and notorious, that have threatened to sue me. And lo and behold, I have not received any paperwork to date. Wow. So the guy's a joke on fucking YouTube. I don't take him fucking serious.
No. Can I want to say something, if I can, Popeye. I completely agree, Aloe, with the person you spoke to, and also Popeye. I think, like I said again, I think there was some firing per se, and it was unorganized on both sides. Bottom line is, his basic service period should be off limits and concentrate on his abuse and his mental status, not for the fact of being that someone needs to kick his butt or anything, but for the fact is that he needs some help. And I also feel that him attacking just for the grounds, like Aloe wants to do, he's off limits. I think it would be fair if he's degrading, like per se. This is just what I think. I wouldn't just go out of the blue and attack someone's military service. I would never do that. I also don't talk about mine. But since Popeye brought up a little bit of mine, I'm sure the inquiring minds are wanting to know, because I don't. And you may laugh it off, but I started in high school with ROTC, 4 years of Air Force ROTC. Now, you're probably wondering why. That was only offered where I was at. And I enlisted at pay grade E3, but I did not get that until I got to my duty station, because they don't allow you E3 in basic. Everybody is uniform, the same.
Yeah, because you're a fucking push button.
That's correct. Yeah. And I just got lucky.
Fucking push button, man. You suck.
Yeah, I know. But I will tell you this, Popeye. The drill sergeant knew I was E3, and he put me on the freaking spot, made me platoon sergeant. And I just, the platoon leader, I'm sorry, I'm thinking of active. And I had to grow up really quick. The only thing that saved my butt is my brother, my half brother, adopted, was a captain, U.S. Army, and he made me run every morning for 6 months prior to enlistment after I graduated. And I am so thankful to this day that he did, because joining the 82nd Airborne, it's all about humping and running. And when I say humping, it's carrying a 60-pound rucksack on your back. You know, we jumped in and we humped out. And I tell you, I've had many guys tell me, in fact, my platoon picture, and you'll know what this means, Popeye. I was in the front left carrying the flag. They do the platoon flag colors. They do not allow you to do that unless you can keep the pace and hold the flag at a perfect perpendicular up and not let it drop and still keep the pace. I was the fastest runner. And the only reason why I was is because of my brother. He just told me, he said, "Oh, you're going to sneak around and enlist," because he wanted me to go to Officer Kennedy's. "You're going to sneak and enlist with the recruiter. You're a man now. So you're going to take your ass before you go to school. You're going to get up with me at 0400 and we're going to run." He smoked my ass, but I still, to this day, I'm thankful for it. So as far as Ricky goes, or whoever it may be, whoop, whoop, doesn't matter at this point. I just think he is severely disturbed. I think that he thinks that he has to prove something to everybody, which if it would have been me, I probably would have just said, I have military service, I served, and I would have left it at that. When you throw your DD-214 live on social media, you're asking for punishment from a lot of people. And
I
a
agree
lot of,
to that. I agree to
right.
that. But I want
I,
to be very clear here. I do not think there are any limits. It's the guy that I talk to who believes that there is some sort of a code. You shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. I
right,
think that
right,
might be true, but that doesn't apply here. That's my personal opinion. I think all
right,
gloves should come off.
right. And I agree with that, Aloe. But I will say this, the military has changed a lot from when I went in, probably changed a lot from when Popeye enlisted. I enlisted under Ronald Reagan, which was an awesome president. I loved him. You know, people may think different, but I at least I raised my hand under him and didn't under Bush. But I I just think that there's got to be a line somewhere that we have to draw of taking abuse from someone that just keeps nudging it and stabbing you in the chest with it all the time. There's got to be a point, and that is just basically to say attack his character, what he's doing, bashing, threatening to nuke us. That's a threat. Threatening to kill us, threatening to do this, threatening our wives. That maybe that would be the point of the attack, and just say, do not give him air on his military time and don't say anything at all. Just leave it alone, but attack him for the other things. That's just my opinion.
Mhm, mhm.
Just because he's in the military, you can't ever say anything back to protect yourself or anything. I don't agree with that. But I will say I will not bring the subject up anymore of his military service, because I concur with both of you guys on that. I may have been wrong a little bit, being fired up and getting attacked. I mean, everybody, I have the military instinct to fire back, just not that way. I don't sit there and take a beating. But this guy, to alleviate all these major problems, I think the first thing is the VA. I don't think there should be any hesitation, Popeye, and I will do it along with you. We need to get help for him, because maybe he doesn't realize how bad he is. He probably does. I mean, I don't see any sane person throwing their DD2 form out like that on social media. I've never seen anybody do that, ever. I don't know about you, Popeye. I've never
Well,
seen
the only
anybody.
thing I can tell you is I caution you when you use the phrase stolen valor. I
Yeah,
caution you
yeah,
strongly.
yeah,
Right? I mean, and what Alla was saying about this guy, who put it ever so eloquently, but a little jumbled there, here and there. Uh, you know, it's. I think he wants just people to shut up about military records and DD-214s and this and that. And
Yeah.
all I can say, I didn't start this shit. I didn't parade his service jacket, number one. And number two, I would never do that. I mean, but I have to answer when somebody calls me on the carpet. And that's
correct.
That's proper decorum there. All right. And
can I tell you something really quick before
Yeah.
you proceed that will end up in your mind? So if it changes your thought, that's what I'm trying to do. He has started this from a while back, like you were saying earlier. He has it out for RRR. He doesn't like, and anybody, he proved that on, I can't remember, Ella, was that Big Kev's show? Or no, Roberto. He
Yeah.
jumped on there, some hijacked it, or at least he tried to, and he tried to say, everybody in this thing is banned for life, like we would give a shit. No sane person would do that. I mean, that's a badge of honor for me, honestly. But I mean, right there, I mean, he has hated anybody associated with Aloe, with RRRR, any of that. And this is where it started by him, because they knew that I was prior service. So he started attacking me. He started attacking you, Popeye, because they know you're a sailor. I mean, there's so much. And then we're supposed to take here. I agree with what you're saying. To a certain point, I'm going to take fucking getting beaten. There's got to be a line to be drawn. Now, I may not attack his service, but we're going to fucking attack the threats, period. And I think that should stay that until they arrest him, or until they figure out, because in the Philippines, you're not allowed to be here if you have a mental illness, especially if it's categorized by the VA. They don't like that. I've already confirmed that. And with him parading around the Philippines like he's doing, he's unstable. They don't want to deal. They'll say he's undesirable and kick him out. They want America to deal with it.
So WTF, I just want to inform you that the used car salesman is in the live chat.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Okay. And
where is that? What do you mean used car?
Here on the live chat on a Friday night while you're in the great Philippines. I mean, really, you should be at Bogart's.
Who is the great salesman? I'm sorry, I had a brain fart. Who is that?
It's Jerry the Fairy, man.
Oh, yeah.
I stepped on
I ignore him.
I stepped on the, what do you call it there? The Big Kev show one day, and I called him a used car salesman, and he.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
He fucking went off like a fucking Roman candle, man.
Yeah, but you know what, Popeye? He did with me too. We had it all out. I don't know if you watched that. I fucking laid into him, and I don't like his commanding authority type. He wannabe voice where he's got this know-it-all attitude. I just told him to get fucked. I just don't like it. And you want to laugh, Popeye? I never knew until that happened where the correlation with this fucking fairy bouncing around the screen. I really didn't zoom in on the face. And then I finally went back and looked at a lot of the videos I saved on my laptop.
Dude,
and I went, holy fuck.
Look, I got so many Easter eggs in that video.
Yeah. Yeah.
And one of the Easter eggs that is in that video is when you see Dimples and the Hobgoblin together, and you hear and you hear the Hobgoblin say, "Yeah, this Philippine bound, he's a good guy and his wife, so where Philippine bound stands."
Yeah.
Plain and simple. You know where he stands. You know what side of the fence he's on.
Well, I'm not gonna worry about humiliation or feeling that I fucked up. I'm a man. I'll own it. I felt at a certain point when I was angry that he was saying shit that was up more than what his DD-214 was and bragging about it. And I, in my mind, said fucking stolen, because I knew a guy that was in the same area where I lived that was out in front of Sizzler. Any of you guys know what that restaurant is in America? And
They
he,
still got Sizzlers.
yeah, they still do. At least where I live, they're still everywhere.
Oh,
You remember that?
crab?
Yeah. All you can eat crab, and remember the salad bar? Oh,
Yeah.
I loved it. Fuck, don't talk about that shit. I don't have access to that. But anyways,
Motherfuckers go overseas
yeah,
and
I
they
know.
fucking whine like little pussies because you ain't got fucking American lifestyle.
I know. I've been here a long time, so it's just whatever. I've gotten used to. I'm being sarcastic, but
I know, bro.
I will say this, that I seen this guy, and I pulled him off to the side. I seen he was out of uniform, and everybody knows what that word means. And I knew because he was Army, and he was supporting the 101st Airborne. And I know from my service, we used to call 101st dopes on ropes. And we've trained with them. We used to fuck with each other all the time. It's just normal. It happens. But I called this guy out because I seen shit that wasn't right. He was 11 Bravo. He didn't have the blue cord. He had the blue cord wrapped a certain way on the wrong shoulder. And he didn't have stuff that my buddy had. And I started questioning him. And he goes, "Hey, I don't want any problems." And I said, "No, I want to talk to you, brother. Come over here." I didn't attack him like a lot of these people do online. You see these different places that attack him for that, because the guy responded nicely. He wasn't a dick. He actually had service, but he was homeless because the VA wouldn't help him. He had a mental problem. And I said, "Okay, man, I can help you." I started out by letting him stay at my place before I went to the Philippines. For a while, we got him cleaned up, and I got him into the VA to get the help that he needed. He didn't even know a lot of the stuff, but that was his mental status. So he was trying to get money, and he thought by putting extra ribbons and stuff on, people would look at him and say, "Hey, this guy really is impressive," because civilians only look at brass and shiny,
Hey, he
stay bright.
wasn't really stolen valor. He was more like, I'm scamming to get some money, man.
Well, no, because he retired, or not retired, but he got out of the service as an E3 early, and he was wearing captain bars.
Yeah.
So that's stolen valor. I mean, to me it is, but
it happens. But
I know.
There's degrees of it,
Yeah.
Down.
So, anyways, to summarize it up, I helped the guy, and so I had flashbacks of that now after the show today, and prior to this, I did have anger, and the anger is to whoop whoop is of him threatening, taking it up a couple of notches higher, and saying he's going to nuke us, come after my wife, come after Alo's wife. How would our wives feel, and that we're private this. And by the way, I said I would never do this, but it's too tempting. Fucking Jerry the Fairy, I fucking timed you out, you little bitch, because I don't like you saying that I have to answer to you, and I'm a private. You can suck my cock, okay? And take a flying fuck. So getting back to the conversation,
Tell me how you really feel there. Just let it all out.
Well, I just don't have any.
But why don't we
for
lighten
her.
up a little bit here and get off this military shit?
I agree. That's attack other things that are related to him, attacking our families and shit. If he chooses to continue on, that's his fucking problem. That's up to him.
See, I just mentioned Jerry's name and he popped up in the fucking chat, man. It's like,
what the fuck? Popeye, you're bad luck, man. What the fuck?
I'm not bad luck. These motherfuckers follow my ass. Okay, they follow me. All right. They call us fucking hate, right? But they come here with their fucking hate, and this guy, Jerry the Fairy, he fucking hates the military.
Yes.
he hates fucking America. He left Chicago so he wouldn't get shot. You know,
Yep.
I mean, how many people dying in Chicago? I mean, dude, he got triggered. He got fucking triggered when I said fucking Chicago was a shithole. It is. It's a shithole.
Mhm.
The fucking mayor turned it into a shithole. That's what Democrats do. They take your fucking city and they turn it into a fucking shithole. All right.
Right.
And you voted for that, Jerry the Fairy. Okay.
Mhm.
That's what you get. You get what you fucking voted for. All right.
That's right.
And
Yeah.
so you went off to Philippines and live a life of whatever, but enjoy it. And yeah, I know it's 11 o'clock in the fucking morning there, but I'm a fucking sailor. It's 5
almost
p.m.
12.
somewhere, buddy.
Yeah,
Fucking,
I
you're
like
in
that.
Philippines. Your ass should be in a bar with the rest of them getting fucking drunk, telling wild ass fucking stories, Um, But
Yeah.
I'm sorry you got fucking married.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
I think he's personally, I said it the other day, I think he's an Armenian fucking terrorist. He hates America. And he started bashing my military. Remember, Alo, and staying this and that. And I have to bow down to him because he's a taxpayer. And I had to, fuck you. You can bow down all right, but he can suck my cock. That's about it.
Dude, what the fuck do you expect from a towel head?
Yeah, I know. Well, no, and I know that. And do you know, when I look back at some of the RRR shows, I seen his full beard and shit, and he does look like a fucking terrorist.
Dude,
Just put, yeah.
don't say the T word, man. Say the other T word, towel head. It's funnier, man.
Well, I would like to say the other one above that, and it's called Sand In, but I can't say it.
Right?
We used to say
And
Sand
he's
In.
probably gonna fucking catch monkeypox. Okay?
Yeah.
He's probably gonna catch monkeypox.
I loved MJ's little interview with him. That was fucking hilarious. Fucking.
Did you see? Do you guys have to wear those fucking face diapers still there in Philippines?
Yeah, they want the face mask. They check your temperature wherever you go. Fuck, it's crazy. And now they're getting ready to quarantine for this fucking ape-pox shit that's out. They're getting ready. They're talking about it. I have my friend down the street tell me they're getting ready to quarantine and lock down certain areas.
So what about you, Alo? Are you afraid of catching the monkeypox? There's like 100 cases over there in Europe.
Yeah.
No, actually, I have seen the news, but no, I don't think it's as big as what happened during the pandemic with Corona. They said that the fucking Omicron virus is coming back, some sort of a subgroup of it. That's the latest, but the numbers are significantly lower.
Did you hear where the outbreak started?
I'm not sure. No.
It was purported today, as I was watching the news, that it came out of a fucking gay sauna in Europe.
Oh, say wow. What? Are you serious?
I better call my guys then.
Oh my! I knew you were gonna go there. I just fucking knew it.
I'm telling you the truth, man.
You opened it up. You opened that shit up in front of Alo.
I mean, and I figured I better jump on here tonight, because Alo's been talking.
I'm glad you did. I'm glad
his
you did.
Boyfriends and everything, and I really fucking date.
Oh, can I say something while you're on this fucking show? For one, I don't give a fuck who's listening. I ain't Popeye's bitch boy. I ain't kissing his ass. I'm not kissing Alo's ass. I'm not Alo's bitch boy. I've known Popeye for many years. He's the first one that interviewed me many years ago. You remember that one? I like the personality when he fucking does hate videos, bashing people. I just love it. I got addicted to it. So any of you fucking apes out there that don't like it, you can get fucked. Like, Popeye has this thing. You can eat the shit out of my ass crack. That's just it. I'm not kissing anyone's ass. I have respect
it's the usual
Yeah.
I'm trying to push a wedge between these guys type of talk. You
Exactly.
know,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
usually
Yeah.
usually it's always three things. Try to push a wedge between us. Then
Exactly.
the second one is you're going to be doxxed.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
third
Yeah.
one is there will be legal consequences. That's pretty
Yeah,
much it.
Yeah.
those are
Triple,
all the liberal
yeah.
tactics.
It's like
Exactly. And I will say
they're going to
this:
try to come after you.
Jerry
So
the Fairy is a liberal piece of fucking Armenian shit. Okay. And I got one word for Jerry the Fairy. The day that I bow down to you is the day that I'm dead, motherfucker. Okay. You're lucky you weren't in Dumaguete in Valencia when I was there. And you tell me that shit in my face? Oh no.
He's not
You wouldn't
even,
be saying
dude. He's not
wouldn't
even a
say that.
real American citizen.
No,
He's
no.
a
Yeah.
fucking interloper, right? He wasn't born in America. He's a fucking
And that's the way
interloper, man.
that's what I said the other day. It's these motherfuckers that don't have respect come into America, trash it, fuck around, do shit, and then get out, go to another country in Southeast Asia and bad talk it. Fuck you. I don't give a fuck what you say. You have no authority. Okay? You're just a fucking terrorist. You should be on the terrorist watch list just because of your face.
Dude, and you hit the nail on the head last night when you said
on the no tricycle list.
What'd you say?
it looked like
What did
Mo
I say?
from Moe's Tavern.
Who said that?
Allo said that
Oh yeah, he does. He
the
does.
towel head looks like Mo from. Dude, I think I got
not only Mo from The Simpsons, the guy who runs Mo Taverns, but also Gary Kasparov, the chess player.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Dude, I think I got a fucking. I have to check my private videos because I think in one of the competitions I did Philippine bound, and I portrayed him as Mo from Moe's Tavern.
I think did you put that out live?
Put what out live?
That video you're talking about?
No. I got it in private right now.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought
There's
I'd
a
seen
lot
one
of
while ago.
videos I'm not gonna put back out. Okay, but I was basically making the channel fucking hobgoblin centric.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
Yeah. And that's another thing. You brought up the hobgoblin. He is fucking talk shit about my service. You know what, hobgoblin? Fucking faggot. You wouldn't even know what fucking a uniform is, let alone standing at attention and being able to fucking deal with someone yelling in your face and telling you to do something. You can't even handle fucking being in America. You escape from America, and then you're over here thinking that you can do whatever you want and abuse the locals here. I hope your little bitch ass gets to be put in a Philippine jail, and I hope they make you the little, I can't say cell block, but the little congregation, little area. I hope they bend you over and they all lined up and fuck you in the ass. And then you're gonna look back and you're gonna go, I should not have done this to all of these Filipinos. And I hope they give you a little bit of rice when you're over in the doggy position and you have to fucking eat it while you're getting pounded. Visualize that. That's how much I fucking hate you. You're a piece of shit.
You know
Sorry,
what we should do
Papa.
on this channel once? You know what we should do on this channel once? Because I have seen it over on other channels, a poll. Like yes, no poll. And the question would be, and Tux brought this up,
Mm-hmm.
Jerry looks good in a rubber suit, just like a giant condom. And then I replied, he would look like a shawarma wrap, a huge shawarma wrap. And I would like to ask the people. So let's do our first poll here. Press 1 if you think that Jerry would look like a giant condom in that suit, or if you think he would look like a giant shawarma wrap. That would be 2. 1, giant condom. 2, shawarma wrap. Let's see who votes what.
And by the way, thank you for coming on, Papa. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome, dude.
Yep, I like your input. It's always you kind of make people think on a different level, and it takes you out of the angry mode and makes you realize, okay, yeah, you got to give them that. But that's all I'm giving them. But as far as the other threats, fuck them. You can suck my dick. Okay, so what is the voting,
The
Mister?
voting so far is pretty even, I would say. It's 1 and 2 and 2 and 1, 1.5. I think it's pretty even. Maybe it's a big shawarma wrap in a condom, like takeaway, it's called. I want to share a small story with you since Jerry K came up.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I was in BGC, and I usually go
Mm-hmm.
to that. There's a restaurant there where I get my stuff, and it's really good food. And then I was eating my chocolate mousse cake.
Oh, you
And then I
spoiled,
saw
you spoiled fucking prick.
and I saw and I saw a guy. I noticed a guy who was a Middle Eastern looking guy, very small, and he somehow looked a little bit like Jerry Kay. And he talked to a lady and was asking for direction. And I picked up words like cinema. The lady would say it's over there at the lower end, and so on, because it's like Bonifacio Walking Street was the area. And I was thinking, should I interview this guy? And how would I approach him? Because I was holding my cell phone, and I was
Mm-hmm.
there with my family. And then I decided not to do it because it would have been a kind of these vlogs where I would just talk shit. And I thought I was already putting the script together. I would have walked up to him and I would have pretended that I know him. And I would go up to him and say, "Hello, hello, hello, my friend. Are you Ramsey Codanian? Are you Ramsey the Codanian? Are you the father of Jerry Codanian? Is my friend in Valencia City?" And he would probably be very confused. And then I would just tape it. And then I would say, "Yeah, but you are the father, right? You are Ramsey Codanian, father of my friend Jerry Codanian." And I saw that my wife was getting some iced tea somewhere, and I was really that close to say I should take the opportunity, walk up to the guy. But I think it would have caused some sort of a scene, because you never know how these guy will react. and and
Yeah.
and next time when I'm alone, I'm probably going to do it, because I thought maybe vlogs like that might be some sort of how should I say, entertaining. Because I used to do that when I'm on my travels. I would go up to a Chinese guy or a Japanese guy, and then I would ask them some shit that they would have no idea about. And usually when people see that you're holding a cam, they think that something is up with that. So they're very they react, right? Especially when they do not really know what's going on here, and if they think that there is some sort of a mistake or misunderstanding here. But the dude actually really looked like as if he could be Jerry Codanian's father. Had the same type of Middle Eastern Mediterranean look, receding hairline, big nose, kind of like him. I thought it would have been funny, but it was a missed opportunity. But next time, if I see a Middle Eastern guy, I'm going there and I'm going to interview them, and I'm going to say, "Hey, I think you are Ramsey." And he would say, "No, no, sir, I'm not. I'm not. No, no, I thought you are." And then, okay, I apologize, and I walk away from it. You got a good vlog. You got other content. You got some content for the channel.
Can I
Did you
can I
see
ask you
Jerry?
something?
Did you see
How did?
Jerry the
Oh, go
Fairy
ahead.
in that video with MJ?
No, I did
Yeah.
not.
No.
No, I did not.
Oh,
I
I've
have I
seen
have
it.
to check that
Just
out.
take a look. When you get a chance, take a look at it. Jerry's sitting there, and I swear to Christ, you will say the same thing. The guy looks like he was dipped in Wesson oil.
Oh my shit. That's fucking good. Yeah.
The shit, you
Yeah.
know.
And
Shit, you know.
he did not like him calling him the fairy, dude. And even his girlfriend said that. MJ's girlfriend said, "Oh, the fairy," or no, it was his wife. Maybe it, or yeah, it said it. I don't know,
Dude,
but one of the girls said it.
look, you got to learn this, WTF. If you want to trigger him,
Yeah, I want to trigger him. Let me know.
A, call him a used car salesman. Okay.
Okay.
B, call him Jerry the Fairy.
Yep.
And then C, all right, ask him if he has a washwoman.
A washwoman?
Yeah.
Give me a little history on that washwoman. What's up with that?
Dude will go through the fucking roof, man.
Oh shit.
Dude will go through the roof. Dude will go through the roof, man.
Oh, that's fucking funny. Yeah, that's fucking funny. So I want to know one thing since you're here, Popeye. Fuck. How did how did Jerry start? How did this shit get evolved? What was the how did he even start with RR? You know, and you guys I mean,
Actually, let me give you the background.
Okay.
I was not with RRR at the time. I was told at the time that this new channel, this where you could say whatever you wanted to say, do whatever you wanted to do, was coming out. So I was fucking eyeballing it, right? And it was actually Jerry and fucking Roberto and Aloe. And I think Quentin was there, am I correct?
Yeah. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And fucking all of a sudden, Mr. Squeaky Clean got nervous and bailed and fucked the channel over, and a whole new one had to get done. So, because he didn't want to ruin his image, because we're fucking. So Jerry the Fairy looks at me, you, Aloe, fucking Quentin, and his elitism thinks that we're barbarians. Okay, we're fucking barbarians. We're thugs. We're below him. That's how Jerry the Fairy thinks, man. All right.
Oh my god.
He don't want to get his hands fucking dirty. All right. See, this is why this motherfucker sits behind the scenes.
Yep.
All right, and whispers in people's ears with emails, messages, do this, do that. You know, he thinks he's like the fucking godfather, right?
I was just gonna say that, you know, but
but the guy is nothing but a towel head that I wipe my ass with. That's all he is. He's fucking useless. All right.
I mean, I always, that's an interesting point. Up to this day, I ask
anybody,
myself, what fucking image?
Anybody
what
can come on. Image? You want to challenge it? Go ahead.
Yeah, everybody can come on here. Invitation
I wanted
stands.
you to say that.
The question remains, what fucking image? The RRR thing, that's an image enhancing membership. There's not no negativity there, because people if it's about his image, people think he is an asshole anyway. So what's the fucking point?
Yeah.
And there's a body fucker and the backstabber.
Yeah. He tries.
That's all there is to know about him, So what fucking image? And look, this is a guy who says, I don't care about nothing. I don't care about what people say about me. I have a fantastic life. So it's a little bit like a contradiction. Do you care about your image, or do you not give a fuck about what people say about you? Which is which? It's a little bit a contradiction in itself, because if you do not care about what people say and think about you, which I believe is a sign of confidence, then you could come on any fucking live stream. And the thing is this, his image actually is not a good one, so there's really nothing to lose in that department, to tell you.
I mean, dude, who gives a fuck about a used car salesman?
You know what I mean? Yeah, that's another point.
Sure as shit don't.
Yeah, no, I don't either. Yeah. But you know what? He loves trying to humiliate me, and it's fucking funny. He calls me Private Foxtrot, and it's whatever. Fuck him. He doesn't even know what military service is. He wouldn't know it if it bit him in the ass. He's just a fucking. I'm not going to say it on here. I'll get a strike. I'm going to leave it at that. But he's a douchebag. Fucking. You know what I've noticed about him in these shows? He likes to, like a scar that's fucking trying to heal. He loves to fucking scratch it so it doesn't fucking it's just right when you think it's going to heal. He just likes to fucking egg shit on. And, like you were saying, Papa, he likes to fucking hang out in the background. You wouldn't know he's there. And then he pops up, talks shit, and takes off. Yeah.
I have to agree with you there, Mr. Tux. He was another used car salesman.
Yeah.
Let me just read out loud a very interesting comment here by Gray1. And he
Yes.
commented,
Yes.
RRR, the three amigos needed a new member and Jerry refused. He did nothing wrong but reject them. Out came the sharks. Let me tell you this, Jerry. Gray one, not Jerry. Gray one. That is not true. It's simply not true. I tell you what really happened, and I have told this story so many times, but it seems that there are still people out there who want to hear it. I give you the short version. Jerry and I, together with Roberto, were on a live stream with Big Kev. And all of us, we were like 5, 6, 7 people on the panel, including Says Style, Kev was there, Kudanian was there, lots of guys were on there, and we had a good time. We were just talking about all kinds of shit. Had a good time, laughter, and then I told or talked to the both of them and said, why don't we just start something new? A channel where we can all come together and talk about whatever. And it's not going necessarily to be trauma related. And Jerry at that point was enthusiastic about it and said, yeah, let's do that. And then he created or started a channel, and we agreed that we are going to put out the promo. As time went by, people started to realize, Alo is on there, Roberto is also fired up, and Jerry then started to somehow become hesitant. I will use the word hesitant. But he was all in and said maybe he will jump off the show after the first episode. Let's see what happens. He himself announced on his channel that he is going to be on RRR, and it's going to be a channel about up and coming vloggers and about the Philippines in general. I still remember that promo vlog of his because he was still in Chicago. And what happened is that Roberto Dunn produced a trailer for RRR. People started to, because we started to get people subbing to that channel. And what happened is Roberto came out with a trailer where he was at the shooting range, and there was like heavy metal or punk music playing, and it was shooting at the picture, I think, of at the target with Ren Zero's face on it, and it came off as drama. So Jerry came to me and say, "Hey, is this going to be a drama channel?" And from there, the whole project started to get cracks. Jerry was not happy about that, and what happened is that, okay, Jerry, you're out, and if you don't want to be there, I'm disappointed about the fact that you are backing out. We didn't even do a show yet, and I guarantee you, I'm going to try to control this, that we are not going to drift into drama. Jerry didn't give us a chance and said, I have second thoughts. And what happened is he could have walked away and we would have accepted that, and that would be no issue at all. What happened is that people started to sob, and we had already like 70, 80 sobs. The next day, the channel was gone, and it said deleted by the owner. And I know that Jerry, who was the one who created it, it was his right to do it. And I think that's his view. I created it, but it was teamwork. It was the three among us, and we were somehow something like friends back then. But that said a lot about his character, because that's not something that you do. If he would have been the bigger man, he would just walk away and say, "Hey, I let you guys do this. I think I'm not going to do this." But he just somehow sabotaged all of it, and he denies the fact that he still deleted it, and that shows the kind of character he is. That fits perfectly with everything I know about him, because I have
the channel didn't delete itself, man.
No, it didn't delete, because there were 3 guys who had access to it. I was one of them. I know for a fact I didn't delete it. Why would I do that? Because we already wanted to start the channel. Later on, I was on RRR. Roberto, who was also part of RRR, was also on the channel, so there was no point deleting it. He was the one who had second thoughts, expressed his um, resentment towards this channel becoming drama. And he did not only walk away from it, he actually even sabotaged it. And that was absolutely unnecessary. He could have said, look, I'm going to give you the passwords for this, and you guys can change it. I'm out of it. Good luck. That's what people do. But back then, I thought we were uh, somehow friends.
At least,
Even though,
at least
yeah,
associates, right?
yeah, associates. And of course, people will discuss, there are no friends on here, but that's not the point. We tried to create this. We tried
Mm-hmm.
to do the RRR show, and then he sabotaged it, and that's the point here, Gray One. And I
Mm-hmm.
mean, you don't have that info, Gray One. You don't have that background info because you were never on there, and you do not know what happened in the background. Now, this is what really happened, and there's a pattern there, because I had people come to me and say, hey, Jerry is actually talking shit about you in the background. And I know that that's what he does, because when Jerry and I were close, um, he always used to talk to me about every single one of these vloggers. Gray One says, I can't believe this without collaborated evidence or a signed affidavit with thumbprint. Hello, yeah, okay, good. So the same is true with the drive-by video, by the way. And Popeye and I never had a chance to talk about this issue, but the Maximus slash Rainman drive-by videos where he went to your house and
Oh,
Kev's
let me tell you
and
about
all that. At
let
the
me,
end of the video, by the way, at the end of the video, there's a guy who shows a victory sign in the dive suit, right underwater. Jerry K, up to this day, says that is not him. It's absolutely him. It shows what
it
kind of a
is him.
vessel he is, and he uses people to harass
Mm-hmm.
others, and then he cares about the image. And last but not least, Jerry K is the type of guy who would fucking love it if guys like Ricky or others would come after each and every one of us because he
Mm-hmm.
holds a fucking grudge. He doesn't show it, but that's the truth. That's why he is here. Because
Mm-hmm.
and the same goes, by the way, for other fucking cunts like Ed Lippett. Yes, Ed, you fucking piece of
Yep.
shit. You jump from channel to channel and you make
Yep.
comments. Here, you try to be somewhat neutral, and then you go over to fucking that degenerate's fucking channel, and then you lick his fucking ass. You can't have it both ways. So if that's what you are, a guy who wants to play on both sides of the fence, then fuck you too.
Let me tell you a little bit about Rain Man.
Yep.
You said you didn't want to let that go. Is that not correct, Allo?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Is Maximus.
you saw the exposure video on MJ's channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I made that video for MJ,
No. Yeah.
and I made that on my brand new computer.
Nice.
Right? And I know who gave Rain Man up. And it wasn't Jerry K. And I know for a fact that Jerry K is involved.
He is, yeah.
Okay. And I know who, but I won't release that fucking name. But I know who gave Rain Man up. And the person who gave Rain Man up should have given Rain Man up a long fucking time ago.
When that shit came out, my policy was I'm not going to get involved in this because I think that's the guys who have found out about this. They should be given first priority to go after Rain Man because they found out, they put the work in, and I didn't want to jump on the bandwagon. But I also contacted Jerry over this and told him I think about the poor mother of Rain Man because I think of all the fucking rape threats and murder threats that are coming along her way.
Mm-hmm.
And Jerry did never reply because he knew what I meant when I said that. I think it is a and I say it like it is. I think that Rain Man should have been stopped back then. And when I say stopped, I think it wasn't enough that MJ just went over to the house. I'm talking fucking rape threats to the family, talking fucking murder threats towards the family. They should have done that and then stop him once and for all. Emails to the employers, emails to the neighbors, and so on and so forth. That's what they should have done to put that motherfucker in place. And they failed. They didn't do that. And I just want to express my fucking disappointment about that, because now that piece of shit is now active again as Maximus all over the place. And if that would have been taken care of back then, he would not have come back on YouTube. The job is not done. That's the problem. And it's
Yeah.
not my job to finish something that others have begun. I'm just saying it has been from where I stand, it has been how should I say, it has been a disappointment, because once you find out who they are, you go fucking all in, you fucking destroy them. And that's what we are going to do with others, because we always collect all this info, and we are just waiting until they escalate the situation. That's how you control and dominate the fucking game. And as you can hear, I'm fucking pissed about this situation. I don't get pissed
Mm-hmm.
about a lot of things, but it pisses me off that when you, because most of the trolls that you do not know, whose name you don't even know, you just let it go. It doesn't get under your skin. But once you find out who it is, you go all in. You go fucking all in. There's no, and I'm probably the only one on here, but I have a lot of backers too who share
Yeah.
that fucking how should I say, philosophy, that once you find out who these people are, you go all fucking in, employer, neighbor, whatever, and you hit as hard as you fucking can. I'm talking criminal fucking shit here.
Yeah, I can't do criminal shit because I'm not going to lose my pension.
Yeah. I like coming on here and bashing with you, but I don't know if I can go that far. You're the king at that, Aloe.
I'll leave the criminal shit to the criminals. And see, the way I look at it, guys like fucking, Jerry the Fairy, Rain Man,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to me, they're fucking criminals. I mean,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
fucking, that's why I make fun of them. They're the ones showing the hate. Now, you stupid motherfuckers who fucking hate my ass so fucking bad that I'm off YouTube and you would fucking drive by my fucking house, you're fucking high. You're high as a fucking kite. Okay? Because look what MJ did to you, Maximos, aka Rain Man. Look what he did to you. He knocked on your fucking mother's door. You should
I
think
remember
about
that video. Yeah.
You should really think about that shit because, like, dude, all I have to do is he comes back to the States and say, I'll pull a fucking Jerry K. I'll call him up and I'll say, hey, MJ, go knock on his fucking door again. He's starting all over again. I could give orders too, Jerry K. You know what I mean? I can ask people to do things and they'll fucking do them. You know? So it's like this. Leave me the fuck alone. I won't bother you. But no, you couldn't leave me alone. I had, you had to keep going. And fucking
Yeah.
the dipshit in the Philippines now, Mr. Whoop Whoop.
Yeah.
There's another linchpin that brought me back. I mean, you motherfuckers hated me so much that when I was gone, you still hated me. I mean, it's like, what do you got? Popeye derangement syndrome? Huh? You got PDFs? Popeye derangement syndrome. Just like all you fucking liberals, they got TDF, Trump derangement syndrome. Okay? I walked away. But no, you had to keep picking. You had to keep picking. Right? Now I'm back. And Now you're here again calling me a hater, calling me this, calling me that. Okay? Hey, look at this. See, come right out, insult my daughter, you know?
Yeah, I timed them out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, you got the balls to call me a fucking hater. I'm just calling you out on your silly shit. You're the one who wanted me back. Have you ever heard? Be careful what you ask for. You just may get it and a whole lot fucking more. Okay? Don't fuck with me. I've been around the block a few times. I don't give a fuck about you trolls. Every time I talk about you trolls in the live chat, you get all fucking upset. You get pissed. Why is it? Because I won't let you do to me what you try to do to others? Right? So, Gray One, just go back to your towel head boyfriend who looks like he was dipped in fucking Wesson oil and tell him to fucking tongue my fucking asshole. All right?
Oh, shit.
Right? See, that's not hate. That's cut downs. That's put downs. What you motherfuckers do, I'll tell you what hate is. You drive drive by somebody's house, put it up there. You insult their fucking children. Right? That's fucking hate. That's not even fucking funny. Right? That's fucking pure hate. That's endangering somebody.
I agree.
Dude, you don't know what fucking hate is. Don't fucking make me show you what fucking true hate is. That's right. I'll break out my black powder fucking musket. I'll fucking put a fucking ball of steel in somebody's fucking forehead.
I have to agree. There's a thing, Popeye, is like, you know what, you got a problem one-on-one, it's fine. But when you start bringing your kids in it, that's off limits at any time. I don't care, you know. And some of these guys take it too far. They don't know when to stop.
It's like that
But
guy Gray One. He's got no fucking decorum whatsoever.
yeah,
He probably weighs 300 fucking pounds. And he's probably in the basement yelling for his mama to bring down some nachos. You know, help me clean my keyboard because my fingers are too fucking fat. Okay. I mean, really, man. I mean,
yeah, I agree. I agree.
dude, you're not even a good fucking troll, man. I'll tell you who a good troll was. Do you remember BB Bruiser?
No, I don't know. Never heard of it.
Allo knows who BB Bruiser is.
Yes, yes, yes.
Now, we got BB Bruiser too. We got him. So Gray One, sooner or later, somebody's gonna get you. And if you hang around the Jerry K's, if you hang around the Big Kevs,
Mm-hmm.
dude, everybody knows everybody, and from Dumageddon to Stupid,
Mm-hmm.
dude, somebody will give you up sooner or later for fucking 30 pieces of fucking silver.
I know exactly where I know the exact address of where Jerry lives. I already got it.
Right?
You mean Jerry the fairy?
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean it's not
Yep.
hard actually. It's like
No, it's very
guys
easy.
all over the internet.
One of the guys seen him driving and followed him. Yeah, so
Right? So that's the biggest part. When we got Rain Man, I was laughing my ass off. You see what that fucker looks like? He Jesus Christ, he looks like something out of 1942. He looks like a greasy fucking Chinaman. He don't look like no Phil Lamb. Right?
Fuck.
You see him with that fucking that fucking cap
hat.
on, that 1932 hat.
Yeah.
Like,
Fucking
like a
face
paper
is
boy,
greasy.
like a fucking paper boy in the 1920s.
He's got the fucking Coke bottle glasses and the chinky fucking eyes. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
I saw that. Yeah, I've seen that.
Almost
I was
a-
like, are you guys sure? Are you guys really sure?
oh, dude,
There were conflicting fucking info out there because you don't remember the guy, what's his name, Bob Cooper. Bob Cooper came out with something like, I just had lunch with Rain Man, the picture floating around in the community. That's not him. That's not him. And then somebody else comes up and says, no, 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 that's him. That's him. That's him. Pa 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 pa. So I just don't really know. Is it him? Yes, no. But I know they had something on him.
let me
Because you
directly answer
disappeared.
that for you. If you're going to listen to Bob Cooper, who is a professed addict, meth addict, no, not me. No. I know who gave up Rain Man, and I know who's known Rain Man for 4 to 5 years. I know who gave him up, just offered him for something. Okay. So
Hang on a second. You know who? The guys. There are guys in the community who could confirm this, and Philly in the Philippines is one of them. Kudanian, obviously, but also says style because he
Yeah.
has met several of these vloggers. Because that's what Rain Man does. Just saying. And I'm 100%. I'm actually 100% sure that nowadays I was told that Maximus, a guy that basically has like a hard on for all these dirty low life vloggers, just like Rain Man had, and then also the speech, the way he talks, comments, and also the anti Roberto Dunn sentiments that he has, the resentment for Roberto and RRR really points to the fact that Rain Man now is Maximus.
see, I like that gray one. Thank you for telling the truth. 218 pounds, smoking pot in a garage. It's fucking believable that you're doing that. Yeah. But, Philly hasn't denied it. And I know Philly knows him. Right?
Yeah, they met. They met.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Philly hasn't denied it. And Philly will not come out and confirm or deny it. But this motherfucker should have been given up. Here's who should really take the harassment. Philly in Philippines and the other guy that's known him.
You mean Says? Says knew who Rain Man is.
All three says Philly in Philippines and the other guy and the guy that finally gave him up should all take the fucking harassment. Right? They stood by and they watched this motherfucker dox people and didn't say a fucking word. Right?
That's fucked up.
So if you're gonna go all in, get the motherfuckers that cover for him too. All right? You want to do some real
and that includes. I mean that points to Kudanian actually because
That's
Kudanian
that's
was at
true.
the end of the video and he still denied it, and it's just like another bitch ass move, just the same he
that
did
little
on
cunt
the
will
RRR.
deny you like Peter denied Jesus 3 times before the cock
Fuck.
I'm sorry it's all you got, Gray One, man. But you really need to get off my fucking tip. All right? Go somewhere else and why don't you go fuck with the donut boy? Or
Yeah.
somebody else, man. I mean, get a fucking life.
Yeah, 100%. I fully agree with you, Popeye. I think this gives us more material, Aloe. We need to start fucking grinding. What do you
You know,
think?
there's a lot of material actually because we actually didn't even talk about another topic we wanted to tackle, and that was the real deal, who also seems to
Oh,
be in
yes,
the
yes,
background supporting all these fucking losers, and he
yeah.
himself is a fucking loser. You know, when that Indian doxing video came out, he left the message.
Yep.
He said, "Come out and play." Jay, you don't
Mm-hmm.
want me to come out and you don't want me to play with you because you know what happened the last time. What makes you believe that it will be different this time? Because now we have even more information about you. If you want your poor mother to get fucking threats, oh, please don't even go there, you piece of shit.
You know what was the funniest interview I've ever seen? Well, actually, debate was you, Dave, and Jay the Real Deal on Dave's
Mm-hmm.
channel. I wish I had that video. I wish I had that live stream. Fucking Jay went fucking ballistic.
I will say this though. Jay the Real Deal or Jay the Real Faggot or whatever you want to call it. You sit behind your fucking laptop acting like you're some fucking kingpin on fucking cryptocurrency. Bitch, I was doing that shit before you, motherfucker. You think you're the only one in the Philippines that fucking does that? Who gives a fuck about that? Look at your views when you're on. You know, when I seen you today on Whoop Whoop's channel with the wrench, I said motherfucker, and then you put up that little link trying to divert the truth. I know it was you. I've known for a while. You're the cause of this shit. You put my well, you know, either way, like Aloe said earlier, now what? So you guys think I'm this I mean, Frank is an expert in analysis and voice by saying, oh, the voice fits the face. Okay, Frank, the fucking one ball sack fucking humping his fucking horse old lady. I mean, you want to go there and start accusing me of fucking being this guy, and then you threaten me on a fucking message on one of the chats saying, I know it's you and this isn't over and we're coming for you. That's a fucking threat, motherfucker.
That's a
So
fucking
now,
piece of shit. Yeah.
yeah, that's a fucking threat. You ain't gonna do shit, Frank. You 100%. You fucking whoop whoop. All of these guys are not gonna do shit. All you do is fucking open your mouth, like I've seen forever on here, and don't do shit. Okay, it's well known. And Jay, you're the fucking number one target. You're actually above Obama. Okay, you want to be a big boy and come out and fucking talk? No problem. Come down to Davao. Let's mix it. Don't fucking, you know, if you were a man, you would go public and fucking talk shit. Don't be hiding like a fucking snake. At least I'm coming live. Look, where's Jerry the Fairy? I've set the link out. Come on here, Jerry the Fairy. I'll
Dude,
fuck you up.
dude,
Fuck you.
dude, you're not gonna get him on here. You don't want to tarnish that boy's image. You know,
Yeah.
he's above you.
Well, no, he did come on when he's over on, and I want to say something about Kevin. I'm just going to be honest, but I'll first bring attention to Roberto. Roberto, I seen your messages on Kevin. You're saying, do not trust me. He'll throw you under the bus. You know what, Roberto? You're a little bit on the thin side. You're a little bit too fucking sensitive. Roberto, you got to calm down. That day, the heated exchange when Kevin fucked me after I supported him and his family, that was the one mistake I've done in my whole life was give $230 to fucking Kevin. And that motherfucker showed his appreciation by doing what he did. I learned a lesson. It's my fault. I'll own up to it. But the one thing, Roberto, is if you were a man, you would come on this show or come on one of our shows and you and me talk civilly. There's no reason to go off the deep end. I said there would be war. You took it out of context. I was being sarcastic. Okay? The reason why you're acting the way you are, you weren't really a friend in the beginning. If you say you are and you're on this side, come on. That was just a saying. You know what this shit on here is. I've seen it for many years. People will say shit in the heat of battle. But man, I've heard you even do it. Fuck, you and Frank go at it all the time. I mean, it just happens, man. Slip of the tongue or whatever, but chill out. All you had to do was send me an email and confirm it. Just say, hey, man, what did you mean by that? But instead, you go aggressive and you fucking say this in your chat. And then I see fucking Big Kev over on Whoop Whoop's channel. I mean, what are you trying to do? Trying to give the insinuation that you guys are ganging up on this team, which I know is what you guys are trying to do, because Whoop Whoop said it in his last chat that he wants to get everybody in the community after all of us.
What he doesn't realize, what he doesn't fucking realize is we are the community. I mean, there's really no reason to hold back and not brag about it, because we are RRR. RRR, Riff Raff Radio, and I'm fucking proud of that. Means something to me. We control the game over here. He is the newbie. He has to bring a lot more to the table than that. The guy is a fucking joke. And let me tell you something to the crypto bitch in Cebu. If you ever threaten me again, I'm going to come after your fucking family in a way you have never fucking imagined before. Because you are dealing with people that are just sick motherfuckers. And you fucking know it. You know what I did the last time to your sister and how she fucking lost her mind about it. Now that we have your fucking address and number at home, we will come after your fucking mother. I tell you that. And we will go all fucking in. And I'm talking big time here, bro. So fuck you. Leave me alone. Don't talk about me. Walk away from this, because I will follow up on my fucking threats, because you are very high on my fucking priority list. I will pull shit, man, that you would not fucking believe. You had one fucking funeral already in your fucking family, piece of shit. Never fucking threaten me again with come out and play, because that's something you cannot do. When we know who you are, you better fucking think twice before you come on here on YouTube. Because else it's going to be fucking nuke time in fucking Cairns.
Woo.
You feel better?
Yeah, I was going to say.
Feel a lot better. This is a drama channel, guys.
So
that's what we do over here.
Before I go, I want to say this one thing.
Yeah.
The people that should pay for Rain Man, Gardania, Philly, Said Style, and the fourth one. You all knew who he was, and you sat back and you watched what he did. And you let him fucking do it. And you said nothing to nobody until you gained something from it. So don't ever come out and call me fucking hate. Yeah, sure, he wrote, this is a hate channel. That's to attract stupid shits like you. Okay? But I will have my fucking pound of flesh. You called me back here for this motherfucking shit.
I'll back you 100%.
There's going to be some fucking cocksuckers that are going to fucking pay the toll. All right? You called me back? Remember what Yamamoto said?
Yeah.
I fear we woke the sleeping giant.
Yep.
Yeah, you fucking woke me up, cocksuckers. And now you're going to pick the corn out of my fucking shit and eat it.
I will say one thing before he says anything else. My intentions when I got this channel, I don't give a fuck what Whoop Whoop says. Oh, it's hate and doing this. You know what? I wanted to spin this off the RRR. Me and Aloe specifically talked about this, didn't we, Aloe? You know, I like the vibe that RRR had, and this is what I wanted to start. And whatever it turns out to be, it turns out. But I'm 100% backing my brothers. Popeye is a fellow military guy. All these guys, I fully 100% back them. And I got your back. There'll be till death. When I say that, that's what I mean. This shit's got to stop. And this is what me and Aloe said, you know. Let's go in. We go in aggressive.
And the last thing I got to say to y'all, you want me to go away again? Shut the fuck up about me. Leave me alone. Take your fucking name out of my mouth. I just might go away again.
Don't be afraid to come back over here, though,
that's
Papa.
exactly what I mean. You know, certain people just don't know when it's past their fucking expiration date. And some guys who have been fucking raped and murdered over on RRR already think that they can that they can jumpstart some sort of a revenge tour with a couple of newbies in the Philippines YouTube community. Who the fuck do they think they are? I mean, who the fuck do they think they are? If you wanna be in the drama genre, then go after these small time vloggers and make fun of those people. But when you start fucking with our guys, we are coming after you. And even if you run to the fucking authorities and complain about it, you will have a very, very, very hard time to prove anything. You will have a very hard time. And I you know, I hear it all the time. This is libel, this is a threat, and so on and so forth. Question: can you identify yourself and establish a link between the threats that you heard on this channel to you to your persona? Isn't it that on social media people delete their channels, change their names? How are you going to establish that? Especially the guys out there who are on a tourist visa. How long do you think will it take for you to see through all this until there is a verdict? Come on, let's go away.
All right, gentlemen, have a good night.
Hey, Popeye, no problem.
All right, and I'll catch you on the flip side. What? Fuck. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning here.
Fuck. Anyways, what needed to be said, Popeye, needed to be said, man. And you're over here on this show. You're a part of us, and I stand with you no matter what. No matter what.
Very well. Carry on smartly.
Okay. Okay. Well, what we didn't finish, you were on that topic real quick before we get off, is fucking Jay, and I agree 100%. That motherfucker.
He has to be very careful.
You better.
Just walk away from this crypto, man. Just walk away from it and it's going to be fine.
And when I say that, Jay, you're over here. My visa is above yours. You're just a fucking sexpat tourist. You want to fuck around, the neighborhood that I'm in, high profile. You want to fuck around, do it. You ain't shit. And this guy hates tourists. So don't fucking go down that avenue. You can read into it any way you want.
One, two. Are you still here? Do you still hear me?
It's fucking on.
Yeah.
I still hear. Yeah.
Yeah, you were cutting out there for a second. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know. What part do you get? This fucking internet, I see it. It's blinking. So anyways.
No, you're back on. No problem.
Okay. If what I was saying is where I live, you want to fucking go down that path, Jay, you're going to get your ass spanked. beyond anything you can fucking imagine. You have no idea who this guy is, man. And he's fucking seen you. He has seen Bama. He has seen fucking whoop whoop. All these guys fucking humiliating the locals here. You keep going down that path. You think the Philippines doesn't care? You seem to remember there's a new boss in town. So keep going down that path. Fucking threaten Popeye, threaten Aloe. You're threatening me. You threaten me. We're just like Aloe said. You threaten all of us. You want to say something, Aloe?
No, I just want to say it is a fact that these guys try to fuck with us and have done so for a very long time. And now they cry foul when we react to it. And, I have never commented on that come out and play Aloe comment of the crypto guy. But up until now, I just thought, okay, I let it go. It's not a big deal. But now the threats are increasing, and then I say, look, if you threaten us again, you know what happened the last time. And in the case of the crypto man, if you come out, you attack us, you mention me or any of these guys here. If we find out you are actively supporting the other side, I'm coming, and I will make sure that your family will hear from us. And this is going to be something that I'm fucking serious about. I'm talking about emails to your fucking family members. I know where your daughter lives, by the way, your ex-wife. We have the whole list, uncles, aunts everywhere, and we'll make sure that they will get the picture that you sent me when I was back in Switzerland, where you were like kissing the private parts of a girl. And we'll make sure that your daughter and everybody who goes to school with her, including her professors, high school friends, whatever, gets the picture of that. And then we're going to send it to every fucking person that we can find along in your street, your neighbors, every fucking barber shop, grocery store, whatever, Kohl's in your fucking area. Hundreds of fucking emails going out there. Just like the postcard shit that we pulled over in Oklahoma, that's going to be exactly the same with your fucking picture on it. And if that's not enough, we're coming after your mother as well. And she doesn't need any stress. She is old. She is weak, and she doesn't need any stress. She doesn't need people to call her 3 o'clock in the morning. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be fucking bad. And I want you to stop it right here, right now. I'm willing to walk away from this crypto man because I want nothing to do with this. This is just too big for you to handle. Do not provoke me because I mean this shit. I really mean this shit. Walk away. That's all I'm going to tell you. Walk away from this. Don't provoke me. Because you know exactly how this shit between you and me started. You started this by telling your subs to come after my family. And I know that 80-90% of people out there don't know about that you started this, that they pointed me as the bad guy. But unlike you, I don't need them on my side because I simply do not fucking care. And all these threats that you made with Bama, that when you see me or hear me somewhere, that you are going to beat me up, motherfucker, you will do shit. You are far, far away from home. You are far, far away from home, server boy. You're the last person on earth who comes here and makes fucking threats and thinks that we are going to fucking bow down to you. If I see you somewhere, do you really think that you will come up to me and beat the shit out of me? You 5 foot nothing piece of shit, overweight motherfucker. You ain't shit. To stop your fucking threats. Because I'm fucking done with you. That fucking comment just pisses me off because you think you are somebody. You fucking overestimate your role in this community. You are a fucking vacation boy, a fucking tourist boy who's wandering around fucking in Cebu, staying in low-class fucking areas, dating low-class fucking bitches, and you think you are somebody? Let's go to the fucking court. You will see what fucking happens. You're not in fucking Australia over here. You have lost your fucking mind making these threats. The threats are not the fucking problem. The persons who do it, that's the problem over here if you don't get it. So don't come to me and say, Aloe also made threats. You are a fucking nobody. You don't get to make any threats. That's a privilege that we have. From a position of fucking strength. We are arrogant because we can afford to be fucking arrogant. Do you have a fucking mirror at home, you piece of shit? Look at where you live. Look at the fucking food you eat. The places where you stay. You have lost your fucking mind to even talk to us. Fucking nobodies. Who the fuck do you think you are?
You nailed it. And I want to say something about Obama. You're just an old, fucking skinny, frail piece of shit. You've gotten emboldened here recently. You're not shit. I don't know where you get this fucking shit from, but obviously you guys are all trying to get together. And let me remind you again, Obama, you skinny fuck. I'm not the one that fucks with young Filipina girls. Young girls. And then asking them to bring other girls back later that night. You're a fucking piece of shit. And that guy seen your video. So let me just give you a little hint. You're fucked when you go to trial or you go to negotiation and you have to get in there. He's taking care of it. That one video that was published of you talking to a young Filipina, not only did you violate Philippine law being around an underage girl, but you were asking her to bring her friend back. It's against the law here. Take it for face value, you fuck. You have no idea what you're going to be up against. And he's just starting it right now. So you're
that's
fucked.
another guy. That's what you just brought up. That's just another guy, Bama. I mean, what the fuck is going on with you? You can't even fucking pay your lawyer. What are you still doing on fucking YouTube putting out threats? You're not in the position to put out any fucking threats. You can't even fucking pay your lawyer. What the fuck is wrong with you? Are you delusional or something? I mean, really? Seriously? You have enough shit on your plate right now. Deal with that. Deal with the girl that is pulling you towards, pulling you into that fucking court case. Deal with that shit first before you come on here and brag about this and that. You're not going to do anything. You didn't even do anything with Frank. Nothing, zero. I mean, you are like 5 foot, skinny. Who the fuck do you think you are? Now, is this drama or not, WTF? Tell me.
I love it. I love it. It doesn't scare me away. These guys fucking whoop whoop or whoopee whoop whoop whoop, whatever you want to do it. You can continue to suck on those gay straws, with the fucking eyes and the lips and shit. You fucking faggot. You keep sucking on that coffee and acting like you're living the 5-star life. I could give a rat's ass.
We are here to denazify YouTube. That's our mission. We will denazify YouTube.
Yep. Okay, so let this be a warning. I don't give a fuck what you put out, Obama. You're a skinny fuck. Aloe nailed it. You can't even fucking, let alone take a shit. You have your pot to piss in, let alone try to fuck. You need to be 100% concentrating on your court case. You got this sense of fucking Superman syndrome over here. You're in a third. I don't understand that shit. You're in a third world country. Why are you going to try to flex your muscles? What? Because you're an American? Is that what gives you that feeling of superiority? I mean, fuck, Mama, you're fucked. Your time has come. You're done. I hope you get thrown in there and feel what it's like to get rations of rice. I hope they throw, as an American say, the book at you. And with this new evidence, I can tell you, and I will tell you this, 100% on my word, where I show my face, you have no fucking idea what this guy down the street And I will say this, he works for MBI. You're fucked. He told me he does not like you and he doesn't like what you did. And I sit him down and let him watch your little threats and your videos. And I don't know who put that video out with him at the, do you remember, Aloe, who put that out?
Which video?
The video of him at the cafe. One of you guys did that. Was that DNC that did that? I can't remember.
I'm not 100% sure.
Does anybody?
I believe it was Frank's channel, wasn't it Frank's channel?
I don't know who did that, but if anybody knows who did that or who has that video, can contact me or Aloe. I didn't have the thing at the time. He has it, but I would like I don't have it on. He was able to get a hold of it somehow. So you think the Philippines don't have the technology? He does. I just would like to have it so I could give it in a different direction. You're a piece of shit.
Okay, yeah. I can organize that. I can. Yeah. The copy. You wanna submit it to the prosecutors?
Right. Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, the ones that are floating around. Yeah.
Right. I want that video submitted to them and tell them that he's soliciting young Filipino girls behind the parents' back and not getting permission. What he don't realize here in the Philippines, you can't be doing that. You can't even be around those kids. You actually, that video, from what the guy said, is worse than what you're being accused of with Dimples. You're looking at 5 to 10 to 15 years just for that. So, anyways, I see we're getting trolled big time.
That's a good sign.
Yep, that's a good sign. You keep coming up with your sock accounts, doing whatever. It doesn't faze us at all. But like the word is, you fuck with Popeye, you fuck with Aloe, you fuck with any of the guys from the RR, you're going to fucking get the rap. This is the new channel. We have a speaking point. We're going to fucking say it. And Jay, I love that you think that I'm that guy from fucking New Jersey. You're the dumbest motherfucker. But you know what? That throws everybody off. I'm glad people think I'm 400 pounds. But I wanted to tell you, you're not as smart as you think you are, you stupid fucker. That thing was debunked 3 years ago. So anyways, what do you think? We call it, Aloe?
Yes. It's good. I mean, very long show,
a good show,
getting better and better. And this was a fucking great week, to sum it up. Like, almost every single fucking day, a hate show delivered. And for a Saturday morning in the Philippines, very good turnout. Very well performed show. Very nice. Always a pleasure to get on your show. I would like to say thanks to the guys in the live chat once again, and we'll catch these guys next week on, I believe, Monday it is.
Okay, Bagyal, I wanted to tell you, I got fucking pissed off at you just because of the past, but we all have the same mission. Just if you decide to ever come on the show, just tune down the yapping and let people speak. Okay, that was the one thing that pissed me off. But you know what? Everybody knows you as a breather. You're just going to have to take the lashings. When you're on the show and we fuck with you, you're going to have to take it, or you're going to get the fuck kicked off. You're on a hate channel. We're not on a bitch channel. So anyways, fucking... I think, Aloe, we'll talk in the back for a minute.
Sure.
Okay. All right. You guys.
Great show. Thank you very much for tuning in. And we'll catch you next week on this channel. Look forward to hate again.
I want to let people know it'll be 3 times a week, the same time, and interrupted breaking news. If anything pops up, stay tuned. You guys have a good night.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.